another first timer tonight. Got extra energy.
And everybody, welcome to the stage,
Rahul
Venkit!
You all are probably wondering, like, which part of Ireland is he from?
I'm a journalist here giving stand-up comedy a crack, which already speaks volumes about how my day job is going. I also want to apologize in advance for any fluctuations in my accent this evening. If I see white people, my tendency is to enunciate and properly pronounce the words. But then I see a brown person, they'll be like, "Hey, macha! How's it buddy peoples?" It's just, I'm the same person. I'm not just any brown guy. I want to let you know that I'm the only Indian in Belgium who does not work in IT. I'm really sorry, I cannot fix your computer.
The problem, I think, is that Europe is all about DIY, right? It's DIY. And in India, we're like, DIY. Do it yourself. Hey, how about this? I will pay you money and you do it yourself.
In fact, Belgium is my 5th country. Before this, I was in Beijing, China, London, England, Singapore, and my hometown of Pune, India. Yeah, just a little town of 6 million people. It's all relative. I'm also a correspondent for Indian TV in Brussels. But then again, I must warn you, if you ever see me on TV, run, okay? It's bad news. It's bad news. If I'm on TV, it's an emergency. Here's a rundown of my previous stories for Indian TV. I happened to be in Paris the weekend of the Paris terror attacks. I came back to Brussels that weekend only to find the story had followed me back to Brussels, right? To the commune we all know as...
The commune we all know as... What I'm hearing is shame. And what I'm sensing is proximity.
Then, of course, there was the Brussels terror attacks, and I was the first Indian journalist I've ever seen. There was Brexit, that was an ongoing nightmare. I even, and I'm not kidding you, I was even in Istanbul the weekend of the attempted military coup there. No, I'm serious. We crossed the Bosphorus Bridge, and
then the tanks, they all rolled in.
Right? So here's my question to you guys. At what point do you start thinking, maybe it's you? maybe your presence just triggers horrendous events. And here's another question. How comfortable are you feeling here with me right now? Can we lock the doors? No one's leaving!
Wait, am I badass here? Am I considered a security threat? Because let me tell you, there's no one in India going slurping on their lassis, going one day, Suresh, we are going to totally terrorize the streets of Brussels. But first, we have to be hired by an MNC, work really hard, do engineering, get posted there, and then we shall wreak havoc on the streets. We're not badass. Most of us are vegetarian, you know what I'm saying?
I feel I've aged horribly in these last couple of months, and there's no one more keen to point this out to me than my 5-year-old daughter, right? She's like, Daddy, oh, you got panda eyes. I'm like, oh, baby, it's ironic you say that because it's all your fault! Can you promise me that you're not going to project your unfulfilled dreams and desires on our son? I'm like, I'm an Indian parent. This is all I know. All my Belgian friends are like, hey, yeah, come camping. The great outdoors, the wild nature. What do you say? And I'm like, no. It sounds terrible.
I understand now, after spending some time here, that actually in the West, a bride is thinking to herself, she wants to look around her wedding hall, maybe a place like this, and just look at everyone, and the thought she has in her head is, I love you. So happy you're here. In an Indian wedding, the bride is like, who are you? Who are you? Is the food good? Can you bring me some? And why the hell are the foreigners asking me, how does this work? Guys, I'm Rahul Venkit. Thank you very much.